Welcome back, coin hunters and collectors. If you've ever glanced at a 2 pence coin and thought it was just worthless change, think again. Because today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the UK 2 pence coin, specifically the 1994 version, which might just be worth a surprising amount of money. While most people see the humble 2 pence as nothing more than pocket filler, collectors know there are some hidden gems in everyday change, and the 1994 2 pence coin is one of those coins that's gotten serious attention. To understand why, let's first take a quick look at the history of the UK 2 pence coin. Originally introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalization of UK currency, these coins started out with the words "new pence" on the back, a detail that lasted until 1981. In 1982, the wording changed to 2 pence, a small but important shift that would help identify the age and rarity of coins in future years. Over time, various design changes and even changes in metal composition have made certain years far more collectible than others. Fast forward to 1994, and we find a coin that's become highly sought after not just because of its age, but due to a few very specific and valuable factors. First off, it's believed that far fewer 2 pence coins were minted in 1994 compared to other years, and many of them were produced for collector sets rather than general circulation, which means finding a 1994 2 pence in your everyday change is significantly harder than it sounds. Combine that with growing interest from numismatists, fancy word for coin collectors, and you've got yourself a coin that's been spotted selling online for upwards of $100, $150, and even over $200, depending on condition and rarity. Speaking of condition, that's a huge factor in determining value. Coins that are labeled uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated can fetch significantly higher prices than their worn-out counterparts. We're talking shiny, flawless coins that look like they were just minted yesterday. Those are the true moneymakers. But that's not all. What really turns heads in the collecting community are minting errors. These are coins that came out of the mint with imperfections. Maybe the text is slightly off-center, maybe the queen's portrait is skewed, or there's doubling in the letters. These rare manufacturing flaws make coins instantly more valuable. For the 1994 2 pence specifically, one of the key things collectors are looking for is whether the coin is made from bronze or steel. You see, in 1992, the Royal Mint transitioned from using bronze to using copper-plated steel for 2 pence coins, but every now and then, a few bronze coins might have been struck by accident during the transition period. So if you happen to have a 1994 2 pence that doesn't stick to a magnet, that's right, do the magnet test, you might just be holding a rare bronze error coin, and those are the ones that can fetch the big bucks. Another important note for collectors is the fact that many 1994 coins were only included in annual Royal Mint proof sets, meaning they never entered normal circulation at all. That makes even the standard version of the 1994 coin rarer by nature. If you've ever come across an unopened Royal Mint collector pack at a boot sale or thrift shop, it's absolutely worth checking to see if a 1994 2 pence is inside, especially if it's still in perfect condition. The demand for this specific coin has been rising steadily in the collector's market, and many people are only just realizing that the change in their piggy bank could be worth something significant. Online marketplaces like eBay are full of listings for this coin, and while not all of them sell for sky-high amounts, the pristine examples, and especially those with proven errors or rare metal compositions, are the ones that consistently draw attention and money. It's not just hype. These are real coins being bought and sold by real collectors. So if you've got a coin jar collecting dust, or you've inherited an old collection, now is the perfect time to sort through and look for that magical 1994 2 pence. Make sure to examine your coins carefully under good lighting. Use a magnet to test the metal, and even consider using a jeweler's loupe to check for die cracks, doubling, or other unique features. Clean coins are less valuable, so never scrub or polish them. Natural patina is better than shiny damage. And if you think you found something special, it might be worth getting a second opinion from a coin dealer or having it appraised. In our next part, we'll dig into real-world auction results, share insider tips on how to list and sell your rare coins for the highest return, and even look at a few other rare 2 pence years that are also worth checking out. Because the 1994 2 pence isn't the only one turning heads. We explored why the 1994 2 pence coin has become such a hot topic among collectors. But now, let's dive into the real-world action. how much these coins have actually sold for, how you can identify whether your 2 pence coin is valuable, and how to sell it for the best possible price. First up, let's talk auction results and online listings. On websites like eBay and other collector platforms, verified 1994 2 pence coins, especially those in brilliant uncirculated condition or those from Royal Mint proof sets, have been snapped up for as much as $150, $180, and in rare cases even higher. It's not unheard of to see a buy it now listing asking for $250, and while that doesn't mean someone will pay it immediately, it shows the level of excitement and perceived value. The truth is, many buyers are willing to pay a premium for rarity, condition, and presentation. Coins that come with original packaging, mint certificates, or grading from trusted services like NGC or PCGS often command higher prices. If you're serious about selling your 1994 2 pence coin, consider getting it professionally graded, because a third-party evaluation gives buyers confidence, especially when spending over $100 on a small coin. Now, let's go over how you can figure out whether your own 2 pence coin is one of the valuable ones. First, start with the date. Make sure it says 1994. Then look at the condition. Coins that have been heavily circulated with scratches, dents, or worn text are still collectible, but they're worth significantly less. What you really want to look for are uncirculated coins, which often have a shine, crisp details, and no signs of handling. You can even spot proof coins. These have a mirror-like background and frosted design details, and were typically only sold in collector sets. Next, test the metal. Remember, some rare 2 pence coins, especially around the 1992 to 1994 period, might be made from bronze instead of copper-plated steel. A quick magnet test can help you here. If the coin sticks to a magnet, it's made of steel. If it doesn't, you might have a bronze version on your hands, and that could be your golden ticket. Beyond 1994, you might also want to keep an eye out for other rare 2 pence years. For example, coins from 1983 that mistakenly say new pence instead of 2 pence are among the rarest and can sell for hundreds, even thousands. Similarly, coins from 1989, 2008, and 2016 in limited editions or special mint sets are growing in value. So don't just stop at 1 year. This could be the start of a coin collecting adventure. Once you've identified a promising coin, it's time to think about selling. The two most common options are online marketplaces and coin dealers. Selling on platforms like eBay, Etsy, or Facebook Marketplace gives you a broad audience, but be sure to include clear photos, detailed descriptions, and mention any proof of rarity, such as mint marks, packaging, or grading. Also, check recently sold listings to price your coin competitively. Be honest about the condition. Coin collectors are very particular, and overhyping a worn coin can lead to disputes or negative feedback. Alternatively, you can take your coin to a local coin shop or attend a coin fair where dealers and collectors gather. This option can offer quicker sales, and you may even get some free advice or historical context on your coin. However, dealers may offer slightly less than the online market value since they need to make a profit on resale. It's a trade-off between convenience and maximum value. Either way, it's important to know what you've got. Use online coin forums or apps like CoinSnap or the Royal Mint's own database to help verify the details of your coin. And if you're unsure, post a few clear images in a numismatics Facebook group or Reddit's RAREST community. These spaces are full of experienced collectors who are often more than happy to help identify and evaluate coins. Lastly, remember that coin collecting isn't just about money, it's about history, art, and discovery. Holding a coin from decades ago, especially one that's rare or flawed, connects you to a moment in time. The 1994 2 pence coin is a perfect example of how something small and seemingly insignificant can carry value, mystery, and excitement. Whether you're doing this for fun, as a side hustle, or as a full-on collecting hobby, there's something deeply satisfying about flipping through your coins and realizing you've got something special. And who knows? That forgotten jar of coins or old wallet in the attic could be hiding a treasure. In the next part of our series, we'll talk about how to build a beginner coin collection, how to safely store and preserve your coins, and what trends are emerging in the UK coin collecting scene. We're shifting gears a bit. Let's talk about how to actually get started building your own coin collection, how to protect and store your coins properly, and what exciting trends are shaping the future of UK coin collecting. Whether you're Brand new to this hobby or looking to take your interest to the next level, the world of coin collecting is surprisingly accessible and incredibly rewarding. It all starts with your first few coins. For many people, this happens by accident. You find a strange-looking 2-pence coin in your change, or you inherit a handful of old coins from a relative. That's your gateway. From there, curiosity takes over. You start researching mint dates, checking conditions, and before long, you're hooked. The best way to begin your collection is to pick a theme. You might focus on 2-pence coins across different years, or maybe you want to collect all coins from a certain monarch's reign like Queen Elizabeth II. Some collectors target error coins, those misprints or unusual minting mistakes, while others go for commemorative editions, like the Olympic 50p series or special releases for royal events. By narrowing your focus, you give your collection structure and meaning, which makes it far more enjoyable in the long run. Now, once you've got your coins, the next big step is storage. And trust me, it matters. Coins are surprisingly delicate, and improper storage can dramatically reduce their value. First rule, avoid handling coins with your bare fingers, especially proof or uncirculated coins. Natural oils from your skin can leave marks and accelerate corrosion. Use cotton gloves or plastic tweezers to pick them up. For storage, start with basic plastic coin flips or coin capsules for individual pieces. These protect against scratches, dust, and moisture while still letting you see both sides. If you're working with sets or want to display your collection, consider coin albums or presentation boxes with labeled slots and soft interiors. Humidity is another enemy of coins. Store them in a cool, dry place, ideally away from sunlight and temperature swings. You don't need a bank vault, but a drawer or cabinet in a controlled room is perfect. And definitely avoid storing coins in PVC sleeves, as the plastic can release chemicals over time that damage the surface of the coin. If you're serious about long-term preservation, silica gel packets and dehumidifying tools can help maintain a safe environment. As you build your collection, it's also worth keeping detailed records. Create an inventory, either on paper or digitally, that lists each coin's date, condition, where you found or purchased it, and any notes about its value or rarity. This not only helps with organization, but becomes incredibly useful if you ever decide to sell, insure, or appraise your collection. Now, let's talk about trends, because the UK coin collecting scene is evolving fast. One major shift is the rise of digital resources. There are now apps and websites that allow you to scan and identify coins instantly, track values, and connect with other collectors around the world. Online marketplaces have made buying and selling more accessible than ever, while social media groups on Facebook, Reddit, and YouTube channels like this one are turning casual hobbyists into passionate collectors. Another trend is the growing interest in post-2000 coins. While older coins were once the main focus, collectors are now realizing the value of more recent mintings, especially low mintage years or special releases. The Royal Mint has capitalized on this by issuing limited edition coins in special packaging, many of which sell out almost instantly. These include everything from Paddington Bear to Star Wars-themed coins, which attract not just coin collectors, but fans of pop culture and history too. We're also seeing more young people and families get involved, turning collecting into a fun, educational activity. Kids love hunting through change, and learning about coins teaches them history, geography, economics, and even design. It's no longer seen as just a granddad's hobby. It's fresh, fun, and full of surprises. If you're thinking of growing your collection even further, consider attending a local coin fair or show. These events are gold mines for rare finds and learning opportunities. You can talk directly with dealers, see coins in person, and sometimes even snag great deals on coins that might cost more online. They're also a great way to network with other collectors and get first-hand advice. Whether your passion is the 1994 2-pence coin, a full set of decimal coins, or obscure foreign coins with strange symbols, there's a place for you in this community. Coin collecting offers something unique, a blend of treasure hunting, storytelling, and investment. It can start with a single 2-pence coin and grow into a lifelong journey through time and culture. So, keep looking through your change, keep researching, and most of all, keep enjoying the hunt. In the next part, we'll take a closer look at how the Royal Mint works, the process behind minting coins, and how commemorative and circulation coins are planned and released. We're turning our attention to where it all begins, the Royal Mint itself. If you've ever wondered how a 2-pence coin makes its journey from raw metal to the change in your pocket, or even better to a collector's prized display case, this is the part you've been waiting for. The Royal Mint, located in Llantrisant, South Wales, is one of the oldest institutions in the UK, with over 100 years of history. But don't let its age fool you. Today's mint is a cutting-edge facility, using state-of-the-art technology to produce billions of coins each year, not just for the UK, but for dozens of countries around the world. When it comes to producing coins, everything starts with design. For a new coin, whether it's a standard circulation 2-pence or a limited edition commemorative coin, the design process is a blend of art, history, and symbolism. Artists and sculptors are commissioned to create original designs, which are then submitted for review. A coin's imagery must be both beautiful and functional. After all, it's going to be mass-produced and handled daily. Every line and curve needs to serve a purpose. Once approved, the design goes through multiple stages of refinement, often involving digital modeling and 3D sculpting to ensure accuracy. The dies, the steel tools that stamp the design into the coin blanks, are created with precision and carefully tested before full-scale minting begins. Coin blanks, which are the round metal discs that become coins, are prepared separately. For 2-pence coins, that means starting with copper-plated steel today, although earlier coins, like the valuable 1994 2-pence, were made of bronze. The blanks are punched from metal sheets, polished, cleaned, and then fed into striking machines. That stamp the design onto each side. This process happens at incredible speed, with modern presses capable of striking hundreds of coins per minute. Every single coin is also quality checked. There are automated systems that detect errors, and human inspectors also catch problems the machines might miss. And that brings us to one of the reasons rare error coins exist in the first place. Despite all this technology, no system is perfect. Occasionally, coins are struck with missing details, off-center images, or mismatched sides. These mistakes, called minting errors, are what turn ordinary coins into collectible treasures. The Royal Mint produces both regular circulation coins and collector-focused commemorative editions. Circulation coins are made in huge quantities to meet everyday demand, while collector coins are produced in smaller numbers with higher production standards, often in proof or brilliant uncirculated finishes. These collector coins are sometimes sold directly through the Royal Mint's website or through authorized dealers, and they often come with special packaging, certificates of authenticity, and unique features such as colored details or limited edition numbers. The release of commemorative coins is often timed to major historical events, anniversaries, or figures of national significance. Think royal milestones, Olympic Games, wars, literary legends like Shakespeare, or cultural icons like Paddington Bear or Harry Potter. These special releases generate a ton of buzz and are often snapped up quickly, particularly if there's a known low mintage. And yes, there have been commemorative 2-pence coins as well, although they are less common than other denominations like the 50p or $2. The Royal Mint also engages collectors with annual sets, which bundle together all the coins released in a given year. These sets often include coins that aren't released into circulation, which makes them particularly valuable to collectors trying to complete a year-by-year collection. A 1994 Royal Mint set, for example, may include that elusive 2-pence coin we've been talking about, and if it's in pristine condition, still sealed in its original packaging, it could be worth quite a bit today. One exciting initiative from the Mint in recent years has been their Strike Your Own Coin experience, where visitors to the Royal Mint experience can actually mint their own coin on site. It's a great way to get hands-on with the process and walk away with a truly personal piece of numismatic history. And beyond the UK, the Royal Mint serves as a global authority, producing coins and medals for over 60 countries. It's not just about the coins you carry in your wallet. This is a world-class operation, shaping the currency of nations. As we wrap up Part 4, it's clear that the story of a coin, from design to minting to your pocket or collection, is full of skill, tradition, and surprising complexity. In our next and final part, we'll cover how to spot fake or counterfeit coins, how to avoid scams when buying or selling online, and where the future of coin collecting might be heading. We've covered the mystery and value behind the 1994 2-pence coin, how to identify and sell rare coins, how to build and protect a collection, and how the Royal Mint brings these little pieces of history to life. Now, in this final part, we're diving into something just as important: how to avoid counterfeit coins, how to spot scams in the buying and selling process, and where the hobby of coin collecting is heading in the future. Let's start with fakes, because unfortunately when something has value, there's always someone trying to replicate it dishonestly. While counterfeiters used to focus mainly on high-value banknotes or gold coins, there's now a growing number of fake circulating coins being passed around, especially online. And yes, even 2-pence coins, especially rare versions like the 1983 new pence or the 1994 proof-only editions, can be targets for forgers. So how do you spot a fake? First, start with weight and feel. A genuine 2-pence coin, especially from 1994, should feel consistent with other coins from that period. Modern copper-plated steel coins are magnetic, while older bronze coins are not. So, if you've got a 1994 2-pence coin and it sticks to a magnet, that could raise a red flag, unless, it's a standard issue. Then check the edges. Poor quality fakes often have blurry lettering or uneven edges where they've been cast rather than struck. The finer details in the Queen's portrait, the crown, or the shield should be crisp and well defined. Use a magnifying glass if needed. Also look for alignment. When you flip a coin vertically, the image on the back should be upright. If it's sideways or upside down, that's another clue. Next, watch out for scams online. With so many coins being traded on platforms like eBay, Gumtree, or Facebook Marketplace, it's easier than ever to find deals, and just as easy to get ripped off. The golden rule here is, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Be cautious with listings that have blurry photos, vague descriptions, or no proof of authenticity. If someone is selling a rare 2-pence coin for $200 but can't provide a clear image or explain why it's rare, walk away. When buying, ask questions. What's the coin's provenance? Is it graded or part of a mint set? Does it come with any certificates or original packaging? A serious seller should have this info. When selling, protect yourself too. Always photograph your coin from multiple angles, including close-ups of the date and edges. Ship with tracking and insurance if the coin is valuable, and be clear in your listing about the coin's condition to avoid returns or disputes. Use platforms with buyer and seller protection when possible. It might also be worth joining a trusted coin collecting community or society like the Royal Numismatic Society or the British Numismatic Trade Association. These groups offer guidance, verify dealers, and even provide authentication services, giving you extra peace of mind. And now let's wrap this up with a look toward the future of coin collecting. Things are changing fast. Technology, pop culture, and even global politics are influencing what's hot and what's not in the coin world. One major trend is digital integration. Collectors are increasingly using mobile apps to catalog their EU collections, scan and identify coins, and track their market values. Some apps even use AI to grade coins with a fair amount of accuracy, making it easier for beginners to understand what they're working with. Blockchain is entering the conversation too, with some mints experimenting with digital certificates of authenticity and even NFT-linked coins. The Royal Mint is exploring ways to connect physical coins with digital ownership records, which could add new dimensions of trust and transparency to the hobby. We're also seeing a rise in themed and limited-run collectibles that appeal to younger generations. Coins based on video games, pop icons, movies, and historical anniversaries. These pieces are drawing in a new wave of collectors who might not have been interested in coins before, but are fascinated by the stories and artwork. Education is also playing a role. Schools and museums are using coins to teach students about history, economics, and even art. It's likely we'll see more of this crossover in the coming years, where coin collecting becomes both a hobby and a way of connecting with the world around us. Whether you're in it for the money, the history, or just the thrill of finding a rare 2-pence coin in your pocket change, one thing is certain: coin collecting is alive, growing, and more exciting than ever. So keep your eyes open, keep learning, and keep collecting, because you never know what the next coin in your hand might be worth. Thanks for joining me through this 5-part series. If you found value in this journey, don't forget to like, comment your coin stories below, subscribe for more rare coin content, and share this with fellow collectors. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next 2-pence coin be a rare gem hiding in plain sight.